Hey guys, how you doing on this fine? What is today? Today's Friday.
Friday.
Man, I think I put under our description. I do believe I put Monday Night Live.
Well, this is kind of a Monday night show.
Yeah, I mean it was supposed to be,
Yeah.
but as things have been going on, as I our last little episode that we were on here, I'm talking. Listen to
You
this.
sound a little better.
The voice is back.
Oh boy. Good. Just in
It's
time to get
back.
on the plane.
Just the time to hit New York. But yeah, I just realized that today's not Monday.
Hmm.
It's Friday. And only because,
Well, you went to
yeah,
work
it says
today.
right here Monday Night Live with John Ecker. It says
Oh
right here.
no.
So
That's
there's
funny.
two things that are an issue here. And one I will get to in 1 second. As soon as I push a few little buttons. Oh, shoot. Let's try this again. I went live. Actually, I don't even know if it's going through. So Skylar, I think I accidentally hit the wrong button. So Skylar, if you see something live now, it's not supposed to be on yours. I apologize. So I don't know.
Doesn't
I
matter.
don't think I hit it anyways. But like I said, as well, let's just start from the beginning. I'm Andy Vitale, host of My Fight Our War, co-host of Music and Mayhem, and the show that's in progress right now. My brother's keeper with the one, the only Thomas Guffey Vestergaard from Denmark. My brother, who is not in Denmark at the moment because he is in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
When you
That's a
are
long way from
Thomas and you are in demand the way that man is, you go all over the place. And that's
Maybe he's hiding out in Thailand because people are trying to get to him.
I'm telling you,
'Cause he's
in
so
a good
popular.
way.
In a
Not-
good way, of
Not
course.
not not trying to get to him in a bad way, OG. So let's clarify that.
Mhm.
Trying to get to him to come on all the shows and stuff because Thomas is just tearing it up. I mean, his content, his story, Kosa,
His story. Oof.
yeah, the Knights of St. Anthony, his everything. But anyways, let's get back to the cluster, that is this show right now. First of all, let's get back to the.
It's Friday.
It's Friday,
Not Monday.
which it says on the live.
Yeah.
So that part is straightened out. So we all know that it's still Friday.
Well, I see a thumbs up, so
And
somebody's
it
here.
says live tonight with John Ecker, which was the plan. As you guys know, we have been dealing with some little gremlins in this damn studio, trying to work out, and we thought we had everything worked out. And luckily, we're there, kinda. Yeah, Kevin, I was confused with the Monday. Yeah, you know what, Kevin? Welcome to my world. Now, I wouldn't wish to.
You know why? Because
anybody.
Kevin is on Monday.
Huh?
Because Kevin's on Monday.
Oh, yeah. Kevin's like, well, wait.
No wonder you were confused.
Wait a minute. Oh, this Monday.
Yes, the 12th.
I'm like, wait a minute. We're not going to be here.
Okay, this is May. It's May 9th.
Let's try this. Let's start.
Put me on.
Hold on. Let's just start over.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get you on here so you can figure stuff out.
So I can tell you what to do.
Your coffee's going to fall over.
No, it's...
What the shit?
It's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa because I've dropped it so many times. But it's okay. You're familiar with the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Pisa. Anyway, yeah, Kevin. So he was evidently probably typing too fast, and it is. He's back to work, so his days are all.
No, I just totally screwed up. There ain't no sugarcoat nothing. Yeah. I just totally screwed up. There was no problem, man. He fucked up.
Okay, so anyway, Kevin, you're on Monday the 12th.
Kevin is on
just
Monday.
So you know.
Which I was just about to say, no, he's not, because we're not going to be here because we're going to be in New York.
Not yet.
But that's next week.
Yeah, we leave a week from
Believe
yesterday.
it or not, there is a point to this somewhere. I don't know where or when, but I'm going to work on getting there. So let's get to part 2 of this cluster. I was like, did I get my days way off? Brings back the drinking day. I'm telling you, Kevin. It's just like you have to hit rewind. Like it's like the morning after when you get up and you're like, where did we go? What did I do? You walk into the bar and you see people looking at you. Are they going to hug me or hit me? You going to kill me or kiss me? What's going on here? But let's get back to part 2 with John Ecker. Obviously, this is not John Ecker.
No.
We, like I said, been having some issues with the studio, with StreamYard, with that, whatever.
We're having trouble connecting with John.
With sending the links and getting connections. I've been trying to send stuff out to John since 6 p.m. It is now 6:53, and nothing has gone through. And it's been cutting in and out of StreamYard, so that's why I don't even know if this is what's going.
Don't really know if it's our side or his side. Actually.
Yeah, so we're just not sure.
Because we thought our side was okay.
John,
it's going to be fine for you, Kevin. But now I'll take a hammer to the damn computer.
I just did get. I got a message.
It's all right.
I don't know what's, because this here, he says he wants to play his music. Well, I mean, this is not this isn't Music and Mayhem.
Anyway,
this is my Fight Our War to talk about all the stuff with addiction and your story. John Ecker is a DJ. He produces it and does his own music.
Got an album coming out.
He's got an album coming out and all that. So please check out John Ecker on his page as far as his music goes and that as well. But as far as like just promoting music and all that stuff, that's for Music and Mayhem.
Oh, and there's Tyler.
So John, we will, if you want to talk just strictly music and stuff, that's for Music and Mayhem. But we want to try to get you on to discuss all the stuff, like I said. So that's what we're in the process of doing for our man John Ecker at the moment. Unfortunately, it's just not going through. So, John, we're going to try to keep sending this to you. And if not, we are using a different platform, which we will be sending you when we get back from New York and get all that stuff straightened out.
Talk about Tyler.
So, Tyler is
on another Wednesday.
Tyler you've got the info. I don't. Oh. Let me see what I got from
And there's
Tyler.
Donald. Donald, thank you. I brought all the
Donald.
You are the man.
Donald sent a care package to OG's house, and she goes, "I just got a package sent to the house from Donald," and she goes, "I'll bring it over." And so it is.
I hope it's okay that I hope it's okay if we say what's in it.
Why not?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
maybe he's shy.
It's not contraband. Haven't tried
it's real maple syrup.
Yeah,
it's real. Yeah.
Maple syrup and jam and cotton
jam.
Candy. But I looked at the bottles of syrup, and I instantly started cracking up because they look like Crown Royal bottles. And OG goes, "No, it's supposed to be like a maple leaf." And I was like, "Oh, it looked like a Crown Royal bottle." But so let's just get back to straighten out a few things here before we go any further, because I'm not sure if this is going to freeze up again or not. Like I said, we've got things rigged up a little bit. Got our fingers crossed. So we don't know how long.
Donald, we're going to love it.
Back to John. John, we will, like I said, reach out to you again to get this straightened out as far as the StreamYard or what other
Well, while you're doing that, Tyler Thompson, my show is called Knocking Out Addiction Podcast. First show is this upcoming Wednesday at 12 noon. I'm so proud of you, Tyler. You're doing it all.
Great job, Tyler.
You're fighting, you're talking, you're fighting.
Hey, it's all part of that smack. You got to talk smack while you're beating your ass. But anyway, so let's straighten this out again. Like I said, with you're supposed to be seeing John Ecker's face right now instead of OG's.
Got mine.
Tough. But like I said, with the issues going on right now, it's not working. I know I did just get a message from John that he wanted us to play his music. Unfortunately, with this platform right now on My Fight Our War, that's not we play that on Music and Mayhem, John.
That's a Wednesday show
on Wednesdays. So if that's we could try to doing that once we get all this stuff worked out with the studio, John, we'll hook up with you, and if that's what you want to do, we'll
talk with Skylar.
We'll talk with Skylar as far as the music, Skylar the DJ,
Ray.
And all that stuff.
Where's Skylar Ray? By the way?
Skylar Ray and Kayla and Pound Cake.
Mm-hmm.
but as of now, we just have to kind of wing it with what we got here. And so, again, John, apologize for the inconvenience here, but we'll get it all worked out, brother. And until then, go check out John Ecker's page for his music,
his album that's coming out.
You could go to, well, just go to the shit.
The Facebook.
No, man, what does it say? The title, and then underneath the description, where it'll say Monday Night with John Ecker. So go to his page, check out his music, check out John. And then from there, we will be chit-chatting with John to go over the rest of the stuff as well. But until we get that, go to his page. You'll be able to check it all out.
Okay, enough. Tyler, how long is your show going to be? You're going to have it a half hour? You're going to make it 45 minutes? You're going to make it an hour?
Now, back to, it's probably just a regular podcast. So it goes when it goes, hour and then ish. Kind of like when we go on, 7-ish.
Uh-huh.
So Tyler.
It's 6:58. Everybody, you got to mark this in your calendar. We're early.
Yes, I always say.
It's still 7-ish.
7-ish.
It still is.
It's just pre-7-ish.
Pre-7-ish.
And not post-7-ish. Tyler Thompson. Here it is. Tyler, as you guys know, has been part of this family for quite a while, and he has just been, an inspiration for all of us, man. Mm-hmm. Always there, always supportive, motivating for everybody. And if someone's having a bad time, man, he just jumps right in. First one right in there to help out.
Giving support.
Just support, motivating everyone. And when I first had Tyler on, when I first had Tyler on, we were discussing just future plans, man. What's going on? What do you want to do? And never even brought up MMA. Wasn't even a thought. He said, you know what? Seeing what I'm doing here and what other people are doing as far as platforms, shows, and stuff like that. He goes, I'm thinking about starting my own podcast. And I was like, fantastic, man. And with Tyler, I mean, he is very proactive. Whenever I look down and I see if I'm on, you can pretty much guarantee that Tyler's going to be commenting. He is always on. He's very consistent. So he told me about wanting to start the show, his own podcast. And then I didn't hear anything. And that's, you know what, that's fine. That's not my decision to make or anything like that. So it's Tyler's, frame of thought, his frame of mind, and what he wants to do or not do. So time went by, not a thing. Days turned into weeks, turned into months. And next thing you know, out of nowhere, I get a message from Tyler, and it says, I am going to start training, and I want to start MMA.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't period. And then that was the end of it. It was the next day and the day after. And it was now, not only am I going to do it, it was like, hey, I went down to the local gym, checked it out. And then a day or two later, hey, I went and I signed up. Mm-hmm. After that, I mean, you could just see he was
working out and he's doing,
And he joined. He got a trainer, and he has been going
gangbusters.
And he's got his first fight coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, that whole time, all he talked about was MMA and training and all the positive things that were coming from it. And kind of laughed. I said, you never brought up, the podcast again ever since that first time. And, because I kind of could tell it was more of a statement question than a statement, I'm going to do this, and that was okay. Maybe he won't fight.
Maybe he
won't. Yeah, we got to get 100 Tylers.
Oh, yeah. That was a discussion the other night in case.
Yeah. So then all of a sudden he throws all this passion into the MMA, man. And then all of a sudden, a few days back, I get this message from Tyler saying just this. He's going to start his own podcast, and it is where to go?
12 noon
It's
on
going to be called
Wednesday.
Knocking Out Addiction
Yes, I like
Podcast.
the title.
Excellent,
It's a good
man.
title.
I mean, great title. Great. Just love it.
Mhm.
And it fits for you. I mean, we all have, it's good to have whatever your show is be part of you,
Yep.
and just to reflect you, how you feel, just to, when people like with My Fight Our War, I've had a lot of people say that, it's very fitting, for you, and just like all of ours, it should be, because it's part of us. So that's excellent, excellent job, Tyler. And his first, you know what? Did he announce his first guest? Because if he didn't, I'm not gonna.
No, let's him say it.
Did he? Okay, Tyler. Well, you know what? You made your announcement that you are going to do it, and you told me who your guest is going to be. Did you want to
If you want to
tell
share it with
everybody
your
else?
family, go
If
ahead.
so, fine.
If not, we'll
If
wait.
not, I'm not saying a word.
Mm-mm.
As of now, Tyler with Knocking Out Addiction is helped. Oh, what do you say? Okay. Tiana help me with the name. Got to give a shout. Ty, love you, honey.
Ty's
And
good.
I tell you what I tell you, Tyler, with you and Ty, what a good, like I've said before with Skylar and Kayla, what a good 1-2 punch.
Mm-hmm.
And with Ty in your corner, ha, literally in your corner,
Yeah.
great job. And you
Why
are
do they call it a
definitely,
ring?
huh?
Why do they call it a boxing ring? It's a square.
It's an octagon. It depends. If you're looking at like with
MMA is a ring.
it's octagon.
All right. Okay. It's not okay.
Okay, I'm agreeing with you. It's not.
Okay.
It's not a square. No,
Okay.
you are right. You are correct. As you
But you
say,
call it a boxing ring.
Oh. Actually, did you know back in before shapes were formed, the square was originally called the octagon, and then someone said, "Oh, actually, it's not an octagon."
Cheers. Coffee.
That's not coffee.
Yeah,
that's what she tried to say. She
she announced
around.
it.
She announced what? Oh, hold on a minute. Here we go. Let's do it. I am having Krista Granger from Sober Patrol for the first episode.
All right.
That is awesome. Krista is an absolute sweetheart.
Yep.
Sober Patrol. I have had the pleasure and honor of being a guest on Krista's show a couple times, and she has joined us on My Fight Our War. Mm-hmm. And Krista is an absolute sweetheart. So what a way to start it out. Nice. And can't wait to see it. Did you announce when it is?
Wednesday.
Is it this coming Wednesday?
Yep.
All right, then. That'll be right before we head to New York.
It's Wednesday the 14th, because we're leaving the 15th.
So what time is your show starting, Tyler? We got to promote this sucker.
Is it 12 noon Eastern time or 12 noon Central time?
We shall find out.
So now that I said that, if you can think about it and put it up there.
Yeah, whatever. Because where's he at? Georgia? Or I can't. This coming Wednesday at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Eastern Mountain Pacific. Calico. Hey, Calico. You know what? The last time I remember when we were talking, I remember you had your there was like a FaceTime, obviously, through the show, and I could see, and I noticed something hanging on your wall. It was this picture that I saw, and I think it's mine. And did you get that at a pawn shop by any chance? That one picture of that Harley Davidson? Right now, everyone's going, what? Everybody except for Calico. Calico knows exactly what I'm talking about, because when I was about to go on with Kalisha at Pine Case Podcast, the beautiful Calico and her son, her magnificent DJ son, popped up to say hello. And so I could see him doing his mixing and all that. And she was showing me the beautiful, the view out her back was the ocean. And she's like, yeah, damn sea lions wake me up and shit, and whales. And I'm
Oh,
like, oh
wow.
my God. Well, DJ Lion, her son. And so we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, Kalisha is literally like this, going, looking, and I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden she goes, "Where'd you get that?" Or turn the camera again. Hanging on the wall, you got that lion's head. I think it was a lion's head, and she showed it, turned it around, and Kalisha goes, "Where'd you get that?" She goes, "Did you get that at
Oh,
a
yeah,
pawn
that's
shop?"
right.
And she's like, "I don't know, it was a gift. I think so." She goes, "That's mine." It ended up being hers. You talk about, it was unreal. I can't remember how many years, and you know what? I don't even want to get into it because I'll get the whole story wrong. But the fact was, we're sitting here having a conversation. Calico and her son pop in to say hi, and all of a sudden, there's this lion on the wall and catches Kalisha's eye, and it ended up, all of a sudden, it was just like, you gotta be kidding.
Mhm.
So King Handsome is in the house.
The new dad.
Yeah, King Handsome, and the beautiful little baby, his daughter, him and Jazz. Um, just a beautiful little girl, man. He sent a video of those two, and man, congratulations! I am so happy for you and for
Mhm.
Jazz and little baby Woe. That is awesome. Calico. Let's see.
Turns out
My
Kalisha
picture.
actually bought it in Jamaica.
Her parents bought it for DJ for his
11
11th birthday,
in Jamaica.
and yeah, Kalisha, she got it when she was in Jamaica, and it was a God, Calico. That was, I can't remember how long it was, but here, lo and behold, this pops up on the wall during a
Mhm.
impromptu, just all of a sudden, popped on to say hi, and it catches her eye, and there it is.
Amazing. Good
It
eye.
was insane. But
Small world.
Calico, thank you for popping on with us, and tell that amazing son of yours we said hi. Him and his. Why is my alarm going off?
Turn your alarm off.
Um.
Did you
Oh, no
supposed to
wonder
call
it
your
didn't
mom?
go off this morning, because it was set for PM and not AM. Yeah.
Oh, well, you thought today was Monday, so I mean it kind of all fits.
Yeah.
It's your first week back to work. You got to get your
I'm
act together.
telling you. Um. I just hope this is all still going through right now. It appears that everything's still running, and we haven't froze up yet. Good signs.
Good,
Good
good,
signs.
good.
Oh, wait a minute. We got an update here too. So, someone robbed Kalisha when she moved out
Oh.
of town. They broke into her. That's right. They got into her storage locker, stole her shit, and then uh, yeah, and it shows up, and Calico's parents um end up getting it for Calico's son.
Oh, too
That's just,
strange.
I mean, you talk about, I mean, that you try to find like a message behind everything. The things happen for a reason and all that. That's insane. But so cool. What was this? But my folks ended up buying the lion carving from the pawn shop. Yeah. I mean, what are the freaking chances? Hey, that's why I love it now. Because in
Oh
the
yeah.
past, I'd always say, "There's a freaking coincidence." That's it. I don't want to hear any of this other shit about faith and about that and meant to be. Now, man, after all,
Now he's a
3 or 4
believer.
years later,
Yeah.
3 to 4 years, yeah. So now, Calico and everyone else, I tell you what, coincidence does not enter my mind.
Mm-mm-mm.
The things that have happened
So cool.
are just meant to be, and when they do happen, uh, before when things would happen, I'd always like why, and I just try to dissect everything. Now, no matter what it is, good or bad, I still, I just accept it for what it is. But
Mm-hmm.
now I try to look at why. What was the benefit of this happening, or if it was something negative, what did I learn? By whatever happened. For me, I want everything to happen, especially if it's bad. or negative to be a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the past, when shit like that would happen, I would just go, I really don't give a shit. Caleb, what's going on, Caleb? Thank you for popping in with us. Donald Blow says, congrats to the amazing King Handsome and Jazz and Baby Woe. Oh, where else we got here pulled up?
Caleb,
oh my God, that's right. As we were sitting there, all of a sudden, Kalisha gets up, and we're about to go live. And that's why I love you guys, man. You guys, it's just like whatever. I mean, here it is. It was after the time we were supposed to go on, and we're talking about the whales and sea lions. And next, you know, this mask pops up, and next, you know, Kalisha's gone, and me and Calico are just chatting away. All of a sudden, Kalisha shows up with a picture, turns it around, and there she is holding a picture of her, that exact same carving that's hanging on her wall.
Yeah,
it was so cool.
It
was so freaking neat. Let's see.
Yeah, Calico says that she and Kalisha should probably talk about it on the show sometime.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. You should definitely, because that's just something.
Sometime when we get back from New York.
His voice is healing.
Yeah.
Yes. It feels so good to talk.
Oh, like you never stopped?
No, I never stopped, but it just feels so good. Oh, Calico, I am in British Columbia, and she is in Alberta. Wow.
Okay.
I just, the old blender brain's going right now too, because I'm just sitting here looking at all these and just really digging all the conversations. I'm still, bummed about with John, but again, things happen for a reason. We'll work this out, John. I promise you. But just talking. I mean, just sitting here, hearing my voice is like, and not, the crackling. And I mean, it's kind of scruffy anyways, but it's normal. And because I remember when I first started doing this, I had someone say to me one time, maybe it was, I think it was Donna, Dan's wife, Donna. After the show, I was my first audio video podcast, first live ever, and I had an absolute brawl.
Those are the old days.
That was the old days. I had a brawl, and I was just as I looked at all the scars on my face.
Yeah.
But Donna, I remember we were talking, and she said something about my voice, and she goes, "It was nice talking to you." And she said, "I enjoyed your voice," or something like that. And I enjoyed your voice too, and also with you. I didn't know, Pope Bob. And your voice as well.
Yeah,
I didn't know if it was a podcast thing. I was supposed to acknowledge, and Dan, your voice as well. I acknowledge you. And then she said, "No, just something." I can't remember, but it was just caught me off guard because I never had anyone say anything about my voice. But thank you. Donna.
Tell somebody about somebody going to sleep.
Oh yeah. Who was that?
Was that somebody at work?
Oh, it was
somebody at work.
I can't remember, his wife, but it was someone that it was either at work or someone at work's friend who they watch our shows, and he said that they enjoy watching our shows, which is very nice, and thank you very much. But the guy said that his wife enjoys it because sometimes she won't watch. She goes, she'll just lay there and lay there in bed while they're watching it, and she'll just listen to it because she said this. She goes, the sound of my voice puts her to sleep. And I was like, thank you. I mean, is that a good thing?
They actually meant it as a compliment because he's got that kind of a low.
Well, and it's funny because I go
growl to his voice.
So I bore the shit out of her. Yeah, she loves it when you're on because she goes to sleep. But that's not the point of it. The point, I was really hoping to catch your attention. She's like, oh no, she's out like a light. So I'm going to change my voice. I don't know. But anyways, that was so damn funny.
That was.
Just the way, because we're sitting there. Oh yeah, she loves listening to you because she put her to sleep.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks.
Thank you, asshole. Just Calco. You're
not that
what?
boring.
I'm not that boring. I'm not. Well, okay. Again,
Okay,
thank you. So Calco, you're not that boring. You are fucking boring,
but
you're not that
boring. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Oh man, I love you guys, man.
Oh yeah.
She just put good night. Oh man,
she's gonna go to sleep now.
Yeah, no wonder people are just like all of a sudden 20 minutes into this. It's like, okay, how you know what? Now it makes sense. How many times watching this stuff and all of a sudden you hear, all right, gotta go. I'm going to bed. Donald blows another one. He'll be on here. It's like, I gotta go to bed. It's like it's 7:30.
You are putting people to sleep.
I'm putting everyone to sleep. Caleb, good night, y'all.
That's so good.
Like I said, man. Good night. Oh, I love it. I love you guys. I tell you.
So, King Handsome, when your baby's having trouble sleeping, just put Manny's, one of his podcasts on.
Yeah, I'll sit there.
Don't have to.
I could have a new gig. I'll do like half-hour videos or audio. You don't need video, and I could just sit there
and talk.
Give me if it's a baby, give me the baby's name, and I could just sit there and just say, okay, good night, baby. Whoa, and, drift off.
Well, Randy's wide awake. He just said he's with y'all.
Randy, thank you, wide awake. And all of a sudden, you're gonna see
y'alls. Look at this. He just said y'all. Caleb said y'all. Oh my goodness gracious.
Now I got people explaining. I'm up at 4 a.m. and I work 12, 14 hours, man. I'm going to bed. Oh,
I understand,
God.
Donald. I'm up at 4 a.m. and by the end of the podcast, it's like I think I'm gonna go to bed now.
Yeah, and see me, I just don't. There's a few reasons I don't sleep. Was one, I just with
brain.
This freaking. Well, yeah, the blender brain is always going between My Fighter War, between Music and Mayhem. Now with
messing with Mary Vitale,
doing my own stuff, going live every now and then. And not only that, but also now with Thomas Guffey Vestergaard.
Goofy Vestergaard.
Yeah, with Thomas is our new show that you guys. I hope we really haven't been going too full tilt right now because right now Thomas is originally he's from Denmark, but he is in Thailand right now doing shows and interviews and everything in Thailand. And it's like a 12-hour difference. And it's very hard because of, what's going on with his time frame. Now with me, with my work schedule, by the time I get home, now it's time to do shows. So to try to do all this and create a new show, a new format, new platform, we're looking at, we've got the help of an amazing producer with Tim Snyder over at Talking Trash, who helped with the intro with My Fighter War. Has agreed to kind of help us out with our show that me and Thomas are going to be doing, which is called My Brother's Keeper, a bikers podcast. And it is going to be very intense. It's going to be raw, off the hook, man. No holds barred. I mean, if you hopefully saw the show that me and Thomas did a week or so ago, and it was about this freaking much of what you're in store for. And Thomas's story was just insane what he went through. And this is just the tip of the iceberg between his and between mine. And then collectively all of ours together. This is going to be a very intense podcast. And he started Costa Nation, Knights of St. Anthony. And there's just way too much to talk about. That information that we don't have yet because of the time frame I'm at work. He's just going to bed. You're getting up and it's back and forth. But we're going to get it all worked out because you know why? Because it's meant to be.
Because it's going to happen.
That's why. I saw something from oh no, that was King Handsome being King Handsome, cool as could be. congratulating Tyler. And here it is. What did Tyler say? Message me to work on getting you on my show. Well, I would be honored to be on your show, brother, and we will definitely do that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I mentioned that you'll have to figure out the time now that you're back to work.
Yeah, which is
it'll work out.
Well, Tyler, where are you at? Did we ever figure out time?
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, they are the same as us.
Mm-hmm.
So, what day is his? Wednesday at noon.
At noon, so that's not going to work.
Yeah,
that's okay. There's 6 other days of the week.
Yeah, you know what? Whatever works, man. For future dates, Tyler. From Tuesday to Saturday, I'm going to be out of commission from basically 5 a.m. until 6:30 at night.
Yeah,
between the gym, work, and then home. But you know what? We'll work it out. Lori is in the house.
Ooh,
Lori,
hello,
we
Lori.
will be seeing Lori. Actually, I just looked up too because Randy just had. What days will you be at Addiction Eviction?
June 6th and 7th.
June 6th and 7th, sir. We will be there. And
but the Addiction Eviction is actually on the 7th.
Yep, the event is on the 7th. And my brother was checking up on my the arm is actually, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's a
long process.
It's a very, very, very long process. But you know what? I'm just doing everything I can and not putting any limits on listening to these doctors. They're telling me you will never do this again, never do that again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Whatever. But I do appreciate you looking out, King Handsome. And yes, it is getting there. Slow process, but gonna be good, brother. Thank you. Lori.
It's me. It's me. That's what she's saying.
It's what?
It's me, Lori.
Lord, of course
Y'all
it's
gonna
you.
Eat so good.
Y'all gonna eat so good at the meet and greet, Southern Buffet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have me Dub's burger, and I'm gonna grits, have all the fixings. Yeah, that's like you're gonna have grits. I'm like, what's a grit? And someone says it's corn.
I think so.
It's corn, and
I'm from north of the Mason-Dixon. I don't know,
but you know what? Hey, I don't care. You had me at food when she was like, "Yeah, we'd like you to be part of the event." Well, we're gonna have all this food. Yes, fried chicken and fixins. What are the fixins? I know what the fried chicken is. What are some of the fixins? I just ate some lasagna.
Sweet potato or green beans or fried green tomatoes or I don't know, rice,
steak,
macaroni and cheese,
ribs. Lori, besides that.
Oh, fried chicken and fixins. Okay, yeah, there you go.
We get to see you, Lori.
That's the most important thing.
Just think, in a few weeks, we are going to be sitting there with Lori at the Addiction Eviction event in Athens, Alabama, with our family. Oh, here we go. Mashed potatoes, corn, mac, cheese, green beans. Oh, wait, the event's on the 7th, right? So this is on the 6th. The
meet and greet's the 6th.
Yeah, so
the event's on the 7th.
Well, that's got to be on the 6th.
We're probably going to be eating for 2.5 days.
I'm in. I'm in. All right. Well, let's see. Well, why not? I had an eye-opening experience. Literally a big, wide eye-opening experience when I went to go back to work this past Tuesday. While I've been off, I've been pretty much in my sweats, and just kind of like when COVID, nobody wore anything but sweats and like their pajamas and underwear walking around and stuff. So since I've been off, I've been living in my sweats and just like an old pair, just jeans or whatever. And Tuesday, or actually Monday, I got, just like the day before school, I get my jeans and I had to get ready for school the next morning. So I get everything out and I grab my jeans and I go to put them on. And thank God I did. I did one of those where I looked down because I go, what? They must be inside, or the leg must be inside. Something's not right here. I'm pulling these damn pants on. And sometimes, like if you just get pants out of a dryer and you got to button them and you got to suck that baby in and then you button them. And then by the end of the day, middle of the day, they stretch out. There was no stretching going on. There was no getting them past the hips, man. I'm like, I've got this sucker. And I started laughing so damn hard. There was just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No, definitely no buts were going into these jeans.
No,
I had to go into work and literally go up front and buy me a bigger pair of jeans. And I was at the gym and I jumped on the scale. And I'm usually when I'm working out hard, like back in the day when I was really training hard, I was like 215 ish. But I mean, I was pretty solid. And this is, like I said, back in the day.
You're pretty solid now.
Well, I jump on that scale and I look and I start tapping. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. And then I actually did one of these to turn around because, sometimes the first thing you do when you see a buddy on the scale is you sneak up behind him and you put your foot on the scale to really freak him out. Mm-hmm. So I thought for sure, and there was no one there. So then I tap, tap, tap. Let's just say in the past, was it December?
4 months, 5
months? 4 months, I put on 26 pounds, I think. Mm-hmm. 26 pounds. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So I walk into work and a couple of guys that I haven't seen were like, yeah.
Hi, Manny, how you doing?
Yeah, they're like, hey, big guy. I'm like, hey. And they're like, put on a few pounds? Yeah, I did. Well, John Ecker is in the house.
Yay, John.
So, John, thank you for being there. I wish we could have you here. Is it in here? But we are, like I said, we'll work on it.
Connection wasn't working.
Yeah, if it's not one thing, it's another with my 5-Hour War.
But we go with the flow.
But, we got to make the most of it. So you can see my man right there, John Ecker, JONECKER. Go to his page. Check him out. Check out
music.
He's got a new album coming out. So go check out John. Show him some love. And when we get back from New York, John, we'll get some things figured out and figure out put you on Music and Mayhem so you can talk about some of your music as well.
Now, you're buying the jeans.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Well, because I want you to tell them.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say who said what to you, but just tell them what you said.
About
put on some weight.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sitting there and I really don't have much of a filter at all. Well,
not that you noticed.
Sometimes. So I'm sitting there and let's just say somebody of importance.
Don't say any names.
Comes up and I'm standing there and everyone's like, hey, Manny, hugging and all that. And the first thing they do is start tapping my belly like a Buddha for good luck. And like, Manny, good to have you back. Oh, how you doing? Pat, pat, pat. I'm like, I'm not, just like now I know how women feel when they're pregnant. Oh, let me just feel the baby. I'm like,
I'm not bragging.
So all of a sudden I hear again, hey, big guy, hey, man, you're getting fat. Oh, so you know what? And of course, you guys know that joke. So I fired back with, I may be fat, but you're ugly and I can diet. And all of a sudden it got quiet. And I turn around and look and the guys are just looking at me. And I'm like, too soon? And because like during meetings and all that, I mean, it's just I have a great time and I am
they're so glad he's back.
I'm so very thankful for everyone I work with over at Wolverine Harley and in Clinton Township there in Detroit, Michigan, Detroit metropolitan area. If you're in the area, man, come and say hi. Check us out, man. If you're a biker, if you it's just We got John. What do we got going on? It's okay. If I throw the link up here, sweats make me sweat. Sweats make me sweat.
Oh no! But Lori said, "Leave room in those pants for 10 more pounds." Oh my god!
Oh yeah. We're yep. I'm telling you, I'm ready. I am ready for some Dubs burger. But yeah, it's really so good just to be back. And again, I can't thank everyone that miss the guys. It's great to be back and just to be part of the family again. And not again, just to be back with the family. Let's pop this. So
yeah, where's Jacqueline?
where's Jacqueline and Amber?
Oh, Amber's on, but what did you do
Amber's
with Jack?
on?
Yeah.
Oh, there she is right there. We've got half of our shenanigators are in the house. Okay, let's see. John says, "Okay, if I throw up a SoundCloud link up here, you know what, John? Since we having this little issue, why don't you go ahead and throw your link up there and see if that even works? I mean, I'm not, and it should be no problem, of course, but we'll see what happens." Jacqueline, I'm here. I'm sorry I'm late. Thanks, Amber. The shenanigators are in the house.
Good.
So for everyone, the late bloomers?
Comers.
How can you be a late bloomer?
Well,
a late bloomer. Yeah. Well, I guess you can be. Yeah. But anyways, Jacqueline, Amber, you're like, oh well, it's 7:34. He just came on anyways. No, we've been on since 6.
We started before.
We started before 7 because there's been issues with the studio. So I got a hold of John. And I said, we're going to be sending the link early and we're going to be trying to do things because we're having some issues getting, that's why right now you only see us two because we've been having issues. We can't get the links out, but it will be handled by the time we get back. And there you can see John Ecker. Go ahead and hit up John. Like I said, check out his personal page. You can see the links for his music. He's got an upcoming album that he is releasing as well. So, and like I said, when we get back from New York next week, I don't know how long it's going to take to get all caught up with everything, but we will be in touch. That's for sure. Amber, what's Amber say?
She's been
watching my nephew playing ball. Now I'm doing both. Amber, you are always on the go, girl. You've got a lot going on, but I tell you what, you're always helping everybody. So thank you for you and everything you do, and Jacqueline and John.
That's why life is going to get better every single
Tyler
day for you.
And Lori and John Toole, who is at work. John, we saw what was going on with you, with your sinus infection.
Poor
Thank
baby.
God. Yeah, you. I tell you what, man, it's amazing.
That's serious.
Yep, and it's amazing how you can go either way. How fast you can go from feeling pretty damn good to like, well, you saw John. I mean, he went from feeling good to looking absolute misery, and today he looked good, man. Looked really good, John. So I'm glad you're feeling better. Keep taking your meds, and it's your antibiotics, so take them all.
Oh, you took the words out of my mouth. Finish. Even if you feel good, you got 10. Let's say, for example, you got 10 days worth of antibiotics, and by day 6, you're feeling, I'm good. I'm not going to finish them. No,
take them all. Finish them. 10 days worth. Take 11 days.
Finish them. And a tooth infection is so painful, and the sinus infection that can go along with that. Oh, but take them all.
And I tell you that dealing with the amazing thing with these antibiotics and shit. I mean, I had to deal with them when a certain hospital tried to kill my ass with sepsis. Next thing you know, I was on vancomycin for a short time because it's so damn strong. You can't stay on it long. And then I had to put they put me on a PICC line. So for 3 times a day, I think it was for 4 months or whatever it was, I had to get up 3 times or do it 3 times a day, my own piggyback IV, and not fun, but you know what? Thank God it was there. Oh, Jacqueline, I'm sorry. She posted, so glad you caught this in time. That's what my husband passed away from.
Oof.
Only 41 years old. Jacqueline, I am so sorry.
Whoa.
I am so sorry, man. And you know what? It's bringing up a dental issue uh, is something that I'll never forget when I worked at St. John, Maine. I worked in radiation therapy and oncology, and we worked side by side with the physicist and all that, determining how many rads of radiation and all these different things. I mean, you're dealing just getting slammed with. I mean, it's not like a little X-ray. I mean, these poor patients would come out and everywhere on your body and anywhere that you had cancer, you were getting. And I remember
irradiated.
This what it was part of his face, his jaw, his neck. It literally looked like one nasty, nasty sunburn. And with the patients that you see, I had patients in pediatrics all the way up to geriatrics, from like 6, 7 years old up to 90 some years old. And I remember I got called in one day, which is very rare for radiation therapy. It's a progressive treatment, so it's not like you get called in for something. It's usually something basically like life or death. You get called in, and we did, and it was the first time. It was vena cava syndrome, I think it was called, where the cancer, the tumor, was growing at such a high rate that this gentleman, I still remember his name to this day. Won't say it, obviously. But I still remember. I could still see his face. At this time was maybe 21 ish, 22 ish. Yeah. But I was young. And I remember walking in that Saturday and I looked into the waiting room and I see this young, good looking guy just sitting there. And I looked at him. Hey, hi. He goes, hey, how you doing? I'm like, good. So I walk in the back and I'm looking around and they're frantically getting the setup for the sim machine ready to set up to do the pattern of where we're going to do. And I'm like, well, where's the patient? Because I thought that person dropped him off and the patient was already back. They're like, you go ahead and bring him back. I'm like, well, where is he? He goes, he's up front. I'm like, that guy? I go up to get him, and this poor guy is you talk about a deer in the headlight look. He's just staring at me, and I'm looking at him, and I go, what's going on, man? What happened? And he goes, I went to the dentist. He goes, I thought I had an abscess tooth. It started to swell like the bottom jaw. And as soon as the dentist saw him, he said, get to the emergency room now. And sure as shit, I cannot remember the form of cancer, but I saw him that day. They immediately admitted him. We started a very aggressive treatment of radiation along with chemo. Within the next 2 weeks, there he is walking around the floor, the oncology ward, with very little hair. His face was huge. And I
half
just,
a neck, right?
oh my God, I just felt so bad for this guy. I cannot remember. It's been so long now. I remember a lot of my patients. I cannot remember the outcome. I'm hoping it was good, but man, and it was all because of a dental thing. His dentist caught it.
Yep.
So yeah, when it comes to anything like that, please don't hesitate. As you can see, they're absolutely correct. And Jacqueline, Amber,
oh my goodness gracious.
So again, Jacqueline, was very sorry for your loss, man. Love you guys.
That's tough.
Oh boy. But the dentist fixing my teeth is one of my followers.
That's nice.
Well, there you go, brother.
Keeping the family.
Yes, you know what? You get stuff like that. And no, it's kind of crazy. Is I remember I went to my doctor for, I think it was just annual checkup, yearly or whatever it was. And I'm in there and I saw her PA and we're talking. And at the end of the conversation, he goes, by the way, I saw your show. And I was like,
oh, cool.
Really? Yeah, no shit. And it just, and this was God, this is probably a couple months after I started.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, people actually do watch. It's like, wow, I thought it was just like me, talking to me. But as we can see now, we have our family and we are doing well, and it's all because of you guys. Amber says the dentist was the one who figured out I had cat scratch fever.
Amazing. Also, Amber said, because it's back a couple, that the strongest bacteria win if you don't take them all. And that is absolutely correct.
The strongest what?
The strongest bacteria win if you don't take all your antibiotics. Because what happens?
Oh, yeah.
The first couple of days, it killed easily killed antibiotic or bacteria. But the stronger ones are still there. So that's why you have to take the entire course. So otherwise, you will leave those stronger ones. So the next time you get sick, it's going to be harder and harder to get rid of the infection.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There. I mean, just like with.
She's got it. Absolutely.
I mean, correct. You guys, I can show. I mean, right here, where you can see my arm.
They probably can't see it
from here going up right there. So I got my sunburn here. But right here is a scar that goes from my arm right here where the IV was in, and it tracks all the way up to right here. They had to cut me wide open, and I was in the hospital for a test, a stress test. Yeah. And I couldn't do the treadmill because of my knees and my back. And so they did the type where they start an IV and they do it medically induced. Well, long story short, they started the IV, and they came in a little while later. They said, listen, there's a problem with the machine. And I used to work at St. John, Maine. And I knew so many people. They're like, Manny, listen, man, it's late in the day. You're in this nice private room. We can just keep you overnight. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. So I'm sitting there watching
bring me
TV.
Dinner, I'll be fine.
Yeah, again, we can bring you dinner. I'm in. So I'm sitting there with the IV, and I remember that night that I wasn't feeling good. And then the next morning, a friend of mine came in, and she's looking at me. She goes, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Man, I don't feel right, and I don't feel good, man." And literally, as we were talking, I'm starting to like not make sense. And I remember her saying, "What's going on?" And I just remember going, something's wrong. I don't feel right. And I moved, and my hospital gown moved on my arm. And all you could see, like right here where the IV was beet red, the vein. It was sticking up out of my arm, and it was hard as a rock, and it was red, and it was tracking up to about here. Bright red line. Next thing you know, the doctors come in, or the nurse comes in. She runs out. Next thing you know, within less than 10 minutes, my room is full of doctors. They all come flying in.
You and those doctors.
Less than probably 3 to 4 hours later, I was being rushed down the hall, hospital bed and all, into the OR. The doctor's explaining to me and my friend, she's like telling her, because I'm starting to go out. And it was that quick. Ended up getting sepsis. The person who started the IV totally screwed it up and did an improper technique. And I got bacteria onto the IV, into my system, and damn near killed me because the doctors were talking to me and her as we were going down the hall. And they're like, we're going to do everything we can for you. One of the doctors was a good friend of mine. He was tearing up on the way down, holding my hand. He goes, man, he goes, you may wake up in ICU on a ventilator. He goes, I'm going to be right there with you. He goes, we called your mom, we called your dad. And the other doctor, the surgeons in there coming down with me. And he's like, we're going to do everything we can for you. He goes, I'm going to cut you from the elbow halfway up your arm. He goes, we may have to cut you all the way up to your throat. He goes, we just don't know. And he goes, at this point, we don't know. We're going to do everything we can for you. And that was it. And then I was out. So
again, did they take that vessel out? Did they cut
They
that
took
vessel
it out.
Okay.
They had to cut it out. And when I woke up, luckily I wasn't in ICU, but I looked down and all I see is wadding sticking out of my arm. This whole way up my arm was all like a big gauze sticking out of my arm. I'm like, what the shit? So I'm sitting there. I'm out of it, man. The docs come in and they explain to me what's going on. And next thing you know, this other surgeon comes in. She goes, we have to repack it. And I'm like, we have to what? Next thing I look down, and you know how those clowns do that magic trick when they pull the handkerchief out and it just keeps going? She starts pulling this packing out of my arm, and it literally, I'm not even kidding. It kept going, and all you see is this blood-soaked gauze being pulled out of my arm. I've got
It's 36 inches long, by the way. It's just, it's a yard long.
That was packed into my arm. They pull it all the way out. I look down, and it's open that wide. I could see right into my arm. Then they had to take the new stuff after cleaning it and then push it in with their fingers, repack all of this in. I had to do that every day for the next whatever it was. Wow. And it literally looked like I got bit by a shark. And I've got some pictures that I posted that are on my page. I'll pop them up there. But again, because of an infection. And so by all means, man, we got.
Your body's pretty good at fighting infections, but sometimes you just have to, go to the professionals.
Amber, please pray for Cameron, still septic and now needs heart surgery. Oh, definitely thoughts and prayers to Cameron, Cameron's family, and everyone else. So thoughts and prayers to Cameron.
Do you know when the heart surgery is going to be? They might have to wait until the sepsis is gone.
Yeah. Kaisa's in the house. How are you, Kaisa? Kaisa, you probably saw our the intro stating that tonight it's My Fight Our War, and then you saw the description stating it's live. It's Monday Night Live with John Ecker. Well, it's not Monday, and that is not John Ecker. It is Friday. And due to some technical issues, we are unable to have John on until we get some things straightened out, but we will have him on. Until then, please go to John's page and check him out. Amber stated regarding
Cameron.
Still waiting. He just had wrist surgery
and on a
ventilator. Wrist surgery.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like I said, Amber, thoughts and prayers to Cameron and the whole family, man. Let's see. We got Jacqueline. My husband would have been able to fight off, I feel, if it wouldn't have been the drugs he was on at the time, made his immune system weaker.
Yep.
See, and that's just the thing. When you start diving into these issues, the body, just like, I keep forgetting with me, there's times, man, I deal with so much freaking pain and I'm now, I don't complain. At least I try not to. But my body is so sewn together, over 50 surgical procedures, plates, screws, bolts, and I know there's people worse off than me. I know it. So I'm grateful for what I do have, but I deal with pain every freaking moment of my life. But then some days are just even worse. And I'm like, what the shit? I keep forgetting that I've got autoimmune disease called mixed connective tissue disorder, which whole purpose in life is to create pain in your joints. I figure I was diagnosed with that 5 years ago because out of nowhere, I was woke up and everything freaking hurt. I mean, literally everything. Both knees, both shoulders, my back, my hips, just tremendous pain. But I remember I called my doctor. I was like, I need to come in. This is why. And then later on, I was like, went to cancel my appointment. I go, well, wait a minute. I've had surgery at all these areas and all these injuries. I've had surgery, both knees, both shoulders. So I call her back and I said, listen, forget it. I go, I just remembered I had surgery on all these areas. All these areas I've had, injuries and surgeries on. And I left a voice message and I did it on my chart. Well, luckily, she didn't stand for that. She actually called me the next morning when she got the message. She called me back and she goes, "You know what?" She goes, "No, I want you to come in." She goes, "How long has it been? It's just been bothering you." And I go, "Well, it just started." She goes, "Well, when did the knee start? When did the shoulder? When did the other knee?" I go, "No, it all, everything, all at once." And she goes, "You definitely need to come in." And I wasn't even thinking. I was like, well, okay, I did have surgery on all these areas, but why would they all hurt at the exact same time? So thank God, her being the doctor. And as I said, yes, listen to your doctor, but when it comes to certain things, you got to take command of your life. You have to be the one in charge at a certain point. Be involved with your own care and decision making, please. Um, so she goes, "I want to run some blood work." It comes back and she calls me again. No message, no nurse, no secretary. She goes, "I want you to come back tomorrow." She goes, "Your blood work is off the chart." She goes, "There's something serious going on." And sure enough, and with autoimmune, it takes a while to figure out what it is. And sure as shit, it ended up being, first they thought it was Raynaud's, then they thought it was rheumatoid, then they thought it was lupus, and all these other things. And then they said it's mixed connective tissue disease. And I go, well, okay. And they said, basically, you have a little bit of all of them. No, she goes, "It's like one in a million people." Of course I do. And unfortunately, with this is, she goes, "You'll have flare ups that happen." They've got me on hydroxychloroquine that I have to take every day for the rest of my life. Well, until I can't take it anymore. Um, but she said, "You will be noticing, unfortunately, flare ups." And I'm like, "What the hell's a flare up?" And she goes, "Basically, when everything starts hurting again." She goes, "That's just part of the disease." And sure as shit, man, I'll be going through the day, no problem. All of a sudden, just after a hard day's work, a little achy. And then all of a sudden, man, I'll come home, sit down, I'll go to get up. I could barely straighten up. My hands swell. I mean, but
his hands look like
it's like
baseball mitt.
I mean, this is the hand's been busted so many times, but compared to this one, I mean, this is just like a mitten. And yeah, she goes, "Well, with mixed connective tissue, its sole purpose is just to cause intense pain." Like, it's working.
Thanks,
So you know what? It's 108. And I'm so I really hope this thing's been going the whole time without freezing up.
Yeah, I haven't noticed any freezing.
I haven't noticed anything on this side.
Sounds good.
No one has said anything. And I'm talking.
Oh, they're all asleep.
Yeah, they're all sleeping. Yeah, Jacqueline, Amber, Kaisa. I don't know if you guys heard. I was talking earlier and about my voice. I'm talking normally. And I guess my normal is a little odd, I guess, because in the past I had a person when I first
low and gravelly kind of.
One of the first shows I did, the Dan and Donna from Hard Knocks, Donna made a comment about my voice, and I just started doing this. I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. She said something of, what'd she say? It was very enjoyable listening to your voice. And this was after the show. And I was just like,
okay.
And so I reply with, "It was nice hearing your voice." and I didn't know if this was like podcast code that I had to, and also with you, like peace be with you. Yeah. Also with you, I didn't know what to say. Okay, I truly enjoy it. And then Dan, I enjoyed your voice as well, Dan. Thank you for sharing your voice. So then Donna was like, "No, your voice is." It was a compliment anyway. So I was like, "Well, thank you." So I was telling OG that I was at work and talking with somebody, and I can't remember if it was that person or a friend of the family. They were talking about watching the show, and they said, "Oh yeah, they enjoy watching your guys' show. They really enjoy it." And the one said that the guy's wife enjoys not only watching the show, but if she's not watching it, she'll just lay there and listen. Kind of like just driving around in a car, just same thing, just listening to it. And he said, because my voice puts her to sleep. And so, but the way he said it was, oh yeah, man, it was me and my wife. Oh, we love listening to your show because it puts her to sleep. I was like, oh, the whole point of this is trying to keep your attention. And he goes, no, not. So I was just like, and then Calico jumps on with, I said, I didn't know I was that boring. And then Calico jumps on and says, oh, Manny, you're not that boring. Like that boring. So anyways, I have my normal boring putting people back to sleep voice back again. So as soon as I said that, all of a sudden people started chiming in saying, okay, good night, I'm tired. So right on cue, everybody did it. And I tell you, that was just funny to see. Caleb's like, all right, I'm tired. Randy, I got to go to bed. It was just like, good night, all. So, but I did not notice that. So evidently I have a nighttime go night voice.
Kind of a radio. There's somebody. It's
well, yeah. Oh, that was I was told.
Yeah, Jackie. Not. Yeah, don't say it.
Well, no, it was someone said you have a voice for radio, and then before that, though, they said actually you're doing the right thing because you have a face for video, or you have a voice for
a voice.
You have a face for radio. And I was like, thank you. Wait a minute. I remember I go, wait a minute, you can't see me. And they're like, exactly. And I was like, oh, I told you I was a new guy at this stuff. So here I'm thinking,
getting slammed.
Thank you. I was like, well, thank you so much. And I remember telling someone, hey, you guys know I got a face for radio. And then as I said it, I was like, hey, wait a minute. That was a slam.
That's right.
So, man. Kaisa, thank you. Yeah. But we got to put that up. Yeah. And are you sleep talking right now? Kaisa's like, wait, did I say that? Oh
gosh. All right.
Well, anyways, man, it's been a nice little chit chat. I'm sorry that we couldn't get our man John on here,
but please the future is on its way.
Yeah, so please check out John Ecker. Go to his page, check out his music. We got a link up there. We'll be sharing that. Check him out, and when we get back, as soon as I said, now I'm gonna start coughing. No, man, it sounds good. I am primed. I am ready for some shows. We are going to be heading out July.
May. I see you're funny. May 15th.
Oh, we're going to be heading. Here's my girl. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jumping in there.
But we are going to be.
You got shows on Saturday and Sunday.
Taking
the 17th
off
and the 18th.
Thursday morning. We are off to New York, to my favorite little airport, White Plain, New York. I just had
no problems with planes.
Oh my God, I put myself to sleep. You put me in a plane, and I'm done. I mean, literally, I just started flying. Good night, fam. Glad we got to hang out.
Yeah.
Have a lunch tonight. Good night, Jacqueline. And thank you for popping on with us. But yeah, that's one thing for me to put myself to sleep, I guess maybe I could just sit there and listen to myself talk.
You'll put on one of your podcasts.
Yeah, I could just bore myself to death
and see if you don't need any help. You'll go right to sleep anyway.
But no, man, being on a plane, I hear these horror stories about people I saw this one poor guy at firsthand just losing it. We were sitting at the gate, and at the gate, you got those chairs, so you're facing each other. So I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I look across from me, and there's a guy sitting in his chair, and he's bent over with his hand in his face, but he's leaning on this lady this next to him. It looked like it was either like a girlfriend or sister or
caretaker
or friend or just friend or whatever. Mm-hmm. She had her phone And at first I thought he was leaning over like this and then just looking at her phone. Well, then I noticed his foot shaking and stuff. And I looked again, and he, just kept wiping his eyes, and he was just, I go, holy shit, he's having issues about flying, man, panic attack. Because then they said they're going to start boarding shortly. As soon as they said that, man, this guy, you can see him fidgeting around, and he's getting all worked up. Meanwhile, the girl next to him is just like this.
Not paying any attention.
Not a time, man. So obviously they've been together, or whatever their relationship is, doesn't matter. But obviously she's extremely used to this. And all of a sudden, OG goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "He's crying." And I look, and he was just, I felt so bad for this guy. And I've heard people about issues with flying.
Mm-hmm.
Here's me in a plane. Walk in, sit down, start talking, and all of a sudden she's talking to me, and I'm like this. Wait, what? Start talking and stuff, and then we start rolling down, taxiing. Okay, looking out the window. There's times where it's the joke with me is wheels up, eyes down.
Mm-hmm.
We take off, and it's just like, oh, nice flight.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, one of the times I was like, I want to stay awake. First class. We're in first class. I'm like, this is nice. We're flying. All of a sudden, we're talking. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, no. Oh.
And away it goes.
It was just like, oh, no. I go, yeah, I can feel it coming out. I'm like, oh, no, here it comes again. And I just fell asleep. Doesn't matter if it's first class, comfort care. There was at one time she ended up getting
the last.
We were
the
only seat was behind me was the toilet, and we were in the very last row, and I was out like a light in that one. So, anyways, and John is going to test out his stuff tonight as well, and we will get a hold of you, John, when we get back from New York next week. So until then, check out the man right there, John Ecker. Check out his page, his music, and show some love, and we will be in touch and reschedule. And if
y'all need to sleep,
and if you need
put the show on, lay down.
Give me a call, man. Yeah, give me a call. Maybe it could be like a side gig where just give me the person's name. I'll read like a bedtime story.
Well, they can just re-listen to the video right here.
That, or it could be like that one guy on. Used to be a radio show back in the day, Pillow Talk.
Oh, and that was good.
Love that. I used to listen to him. I'd be so. Is that what I sound like? It was like, this just be out, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's hour and 18 minutes that you guys will never get back again.
Family needs to get away and go do their thing.
You guys have a great night, Amber, Jacqueline. Amber, again, positive thoughts and prayers, man.
Yeah.
Nothing but positive prayers going up and answers coming down.
Mm-hmm.
To everyone else, thank you so much for joining us, and we will be
another
in touch.
Lovely night.
Like I said, today is still Friday, not Monday. So
yeah, Kevin, it's not.
Yeah. So,
we'll see you on Monday, Kevin.
But we will try popping on again.
Yeah,
obviously before the weekend's out,
of course.
So until then,
but don't forget Sunday's Mother's Day.
Oh, that's right. Don't forget Sunday, Mama's Day. And till then, you guys, love you and keep fighting that good fight.
Good night.
Addiction is not a death sentence.
You are now about to witness the greatest show on earth.
Music in Mayhem.
Music in Mayhem.
I'm Manny Vitale.
It's Skylar Ray, baby.
This is Music in Mayhem.